Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot, rune, and oracle reading for the month of January 2024. The rune that came out for you is called Wonjo, and it came out upright, and this is one of the most positive runes out of all of them because it's the rune of happy endings. So this predicts good energy in love, in relationships, in your family life, your career, your health. Literally all areas have this blessing of abundance and happy endings. Things are just overall elevating for you. You're raising your vibration entirely as a whole being, as a whole life form. Your energy is uplifting, and you can probably already feel this shift taking place. But in particular, this change is really gonna hit your romantic life, your love life, not only like love with romantic partners, but self-love as well. You could feel this right now even. Your self-love is elevating. Your relationship to self is really, really positive right now. You know, you're spending your time like doing what you wanna do. Like standing up for yourself, not putting yourself in situations where you're uncomfortable, anxious, or anything anymore. You're radically accepting people for where they're at, and you're not like sweating the small stuff. Like your relationship to self is thriving, and because of that, I think there is this side effect of romance that you may or may not be looking for. You know, it's almost like I'm getting this feeling here that you weren't even necessarily looking for love, looking for romance, but because you improved the relationship with self, it ended up finding you anyways. So that's really beautiful. I kind of feel like unexpected energy from this. So Aquarius, I don't think a lot of you, like if you're single, for example, I don't feel like a lot of you are necessarily looking for love, or like it's not a huge priority in your life, but I feel like it's going to hit you upside the head almost. Like it's not something that you're really, really focused on right now, it feels like. So this is interesting. This could be unexpected. And even if you are in a relationship, again, it's like you're improving the relationship with yourself. And then as a weird like side effect, your relationships are improving. So that's great. You have the fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel, so there is strong communication with you and others this month. I feel like the lines of communication are opening back up if any of them were closed. And also you're expressing yourself very beautifully this month. I'm seeing a huge emphasis on physical appearance. I feel like you guys are physically very stunning this month. By the way, happy birthday if it's your birthday. And you know, we're entering Aquarius season, so this season gives you so much power, especially when it comes to your looks, your charm. So I am seeing you putting a lot of like messages out there. If you're a creator of any kind, I'm seeing you doing a lot this month, okay? A lot of creations, putting yourself out there, putting your work out there, putting yourself out there in the spotlight. And you're just really glowing, and you may even notice like as you go out and walk around or whatever, people tend to look at you and their gaze lingers, and you know, it's just an energy you're giving off. You're just radiating magnetism right now. You have community coming out, all these positive cards. Wow, getting together with the girls, with the guys, with the friends, with the family. There's probably going to be a lot of get-togethers for you this month, celebrations, birthday celebrations possibly. You know, and I feel like your community, your friends, the people in your life, you're very content with them. And I feel like your social connections are really settling down in a positive way. Like no drama, no toxicity. Like you're really content with the people in your life and what they bring to the table, and you're even content with what they don't bring to the table. You know, you're not forcing anyone to be someone they're not or give something they can't really offer. I was telling this to another group too, so this must be a collective energy, where I was explaining, I was on this whole long tangent about how sometimes, you know, there's friends that are really great at giving advice, but they're not the person I would call up to go out dancing because they're a homebody, and vice versa, you know? So I feel like you're radically accepting people for where they're at, and because of that, like there's so much respect that you have in your little social community, your family. You know who people are, what they bring and what they don't bring, and you're not trying to force anyone to change or improve anymore, which I feel like may have been a negative point for you in the past. So third, oh my God, third card out is woman holding a heart. Guys, this is like really positive energy. Every single card and rune that came out for you so far is so positive. And yes, this is what I was talking about. Your love life, whether you want it or not, is thriving this year or this month. Wow, slip of the tongue. This month and this year, apparently. It really feels like love, romance is gonna come out of nowhere, like unexpectedly. Like as you're watching this video, you're probably like, it's not really a big focus for me, whatever. But it's like the events that are gonna unfold and take place, like it's just like kind of a surprise, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if the Wheel of Fortune came out during your tarot, but I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, this is literally a card of romance. Your heart is starting to overflow of like peace and love for the people around you, not even just romantically, but like the community that you've built, the situations in your life. Like I feel like so much peace is returning. Honestly, this energy feels like maybe in the past you were in some sort of toxicity or drama or had some sort of health scare or something like that, and the fact that everything's like settling down into a nice space, it's like allowing your heart to open back up again, and it's starting to feel like it's overflowing. So all of the difficult emotional work you've done in the past, all of the challenges, pain, suffering you've been through, I feel like it's actually starting to pay off now, because you're able to experience a newer, higher elevation of vibration, of love, of connection with people. And so it's kind of like you're experiencing this for the first time now, because the lessons you learned are starting to integrate in January and at the time that you're watching. Okay, 6 cards, 2 rows of 3 from the Rider-Waite Tarot. We have 3 of Swords as your first card out. Yeah, for some of you, definitely experienced an ending, past heartbreak, suffering in 2023. And I specifically want to say 2023. So some of you may have gone through a difficult breakup, or even a death, or like I said, some sort of health scare. It was something substantial, right? And you worked through it and you learned from it, and because every situation in life has lessons, even if they're not positive experiences, they have lessons. And, you went through the challenge, you went through the difficulty, you healed from the heartbreak, and you integrated the lessons. And now that energy is all settling in, taking root, and the negative experience of it is, dissipating. Leaving you at this higher state of vibration, this higher state of abundance and heart space. So that's beautiful. I love this. We have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, I am seeing finances are recovering. Okay, issues that you had with your family in specific, your parents, your sisters or brothers or whoever, like family issues and resentments that you may have had for your entire life, I am seeing them resolving this month as well, weirdly enough. And it goes hand in hand with what I just said about that radical acceptance. Like, this is just who you are. I'm not going to try to change you anymore. Some of you may have a story of a family member who you constantly were the person trying to give them advice, get them to see things from a healthy perspective. And they may have been mentally immature or whatever. And now you're just radically accepting them for where they're at and simultaneously respecting them for who they are right now, and no longer trying to force any agenda. You're setting up appropriate boundaries with this person, so that way, whatever they can't offer you doesn't hurt you. And you're only accepting into your heart the positive, loving experiences that they offer. In other words, you're healing your relationships this month, which is amazing. I'm also seeing here, there may be, and this is just an intuitive feeling, I am seeing a huge introduction to some new chapter in your romantic life that will have you wondering to yourself what the future holds for you. Okay, for example, if you're really single, independent living, you may fall deep in love with someone this month, and now you're thinking will I move in with this person? Some of you may have been dating someone for a couple of months, and it's you might be literally they may suddenly ask you to move in, or suddenly ask to marry you, or something like that. And it's okay, well, now I gotta rethink, my living situation and the trajectory I was headed on. So it's kind of positive. Any issues that remain in any of your relationships or money, it seems to be resolving in January. We have the King of Swords. Okay, so you may be dealing with an older or wise beyond their years, masculine air sign energy, and this would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This person is very clear-minded. They don't take no crap from nobody, and I feel like that energy rubs off on you, which is really helpful. This is also your energy. This is a masculine reflection of your energy, so this may just be a very productive month for you. And I just feel like you're feeling clear-minded. And notice how on his throne he has a butterfly surrounded by 2 crescent moons. Butterflies represent massive transformation, you know, going from a caterpillar into a cocoon. They literally turn into goo and then transform, like their whole entire DNA breaks down. They turn into a butterfly, and then they painstakingly have to break through this cocoon with, you know, muscles they barely used yet, and then immediately have to start flying. It is a grueling process, but they're a butterfly. They can fly now. And I feel like you've gone through a very similar journey. And now it's like you're finally able to spread your wings, fly, and be free. No more of the painstaking challenges. And the crescent moons represent your intuition has led you through this pain, through this suffering. And now you're finally starting to realize why your intuition has told you to make the decisions that you needed to make and has guided you in a certain direction. I feel like you're starting to understand it now. You're starting to see, you're starting to realize, oh, this is why my intuition was telling me that before. This is why I had to go through all these experiences in order to get to present day reality. So I love this energy for you. Second row of cards out, 4th card, we have the Star in reverse. Now, I always view this as an Aquarius card. So I'm wondering if you guys, the one thing that I am seeing here, you may not be feeling super confident in yourselves. Like, people are seeing your beauty for sure. People are wanting to be with you for sure. But maybe this is a sense of imposter syndrome that I'm picking up on, or like, how did I get here? Or why are you choosing me? I think you need to believe in yourself a little bit more. That's the one area of life I would say could use some work. Water break. Okay. We have Justice. Yeah. So if any of you are dealing with anything legal or finishing up paperwork, or especially involving the home and family, custody, or anything like that, finances as well, legacy, inheritance, I feel like it will go in your favor. You may be finishing up things involving that. It will go in your favor. You're in the right. If you are thinking about pursuing something like that, or getting some sort of legal help with something like that, I think it's a good decision to do that. And this is predicting that that will go really well for you and it will pay off. Like, for example, some of you guys may be dealing with a situation and you're like, should I hire a lawyer? Like, I don't know if I have enough money or whatever. And I'm seeing here, like, if you hire a lawyer, the outcome that you will receive will pay for the lawyer and then some. So I don't know. That's very specific. Listen, I'm not one to give legal advice, but for some of you, that's the message that's coming through here. Now, even if you're not dealing with anything legal or government or anything like that, this is simply saying that all of the hard work that you've done is paying off. It is such a positive card to get upright because it shows that you put integrity and honesty, like you always put that first. You never settled for anyone or anything that didn't have that integrity, that didn't have that honesty, or like that hard work. And you know, you've had to make hard decisions along the way in order to stand by your morals, in order to stand by your sense of integrity. And in fact, that may have led you astray from certain people or situations, and that may have caused endings for you. It may have been very difficult in the past to go through these endings because it's like, I'm not settling for someone with no morals. I'm not settling for less than what I deserve. I'm not settling for a broken, toxic situation, you know? You made the hard decisions in the past. You went through the hard work in the past. You went through the challenges in the past. And now the scales are evening back out, meaning the universe is giving you the abundance and then some, you know, like true prosperity for doing that hard work. You're elevating to a whole new level, ascending to a whole new level in life where you just feel more peaceful, more at ease, more loving, you know, more sensitive to the good things in life. We have the 4 of Pentacles coming out in reverse. I don't know why I'm getting some sort of dispute about money for some reason for some of you. So I don't know if like you're in a living situation where, I know this is very specific. Some of you may be in a living situation where you're not paying for rent or whatever, and someone may be asking for money from you, or I know that's really specific. Wow. Or like you're trying to move out. Your goal right now is to get your own place, but you're wondering like, where do I get that money from? Or like what are the logistics of this? I'm seeing some questions around money, finances, and all of that. I would recommend doing more research first and foremost. Also, Star Reverse is saying believe in yourself and understand that you can do it. It is easier than you think. And it really just requires some logical thinking, okay? Some hard work, some logical thinking, and a nice plan, okay? But you can do it. This is something that you totally can do. Some of you have a dream like, oh, I want to buy a condo, I want to buy a house, but it's like in your mind, that dream is so far off, like something you can't achieve. And Spirit's saying it's not that far off, like it's really achievable. But you have to believe in yourself first and foremost, because if you don't believe in yourself, you're not even gonna look into it. You're not even gonna work for it or see how easy it could be for you or how soon you could do this, how realistic it is for you to do this. So I would recommend releasing any lack of belief that you have in yourself and your dreams at this time, okay? So I'm going to leave your reading there. This was a beautiful reading. Honestly, you're the last sign I'm reading for January. And honestly, you're the most positive sign. And I just saw 2424 confirmation. Wow. The number 2 talks about romance and relationships, connecting with people one-on-one. And the number 4 talks about stability and long-term energies. Okay, so thank you for joining me. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this month ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, and subscribe to the channel if you've not already. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. Definitely check out the 2024 Tarot and Mediumship reading on my website though, because it's an hour-long video reading diving into 2024 and 2023, like what you went through, what you'll be going through. You can ask any question about any topic or relationship that you're concerned about, and I'll touch upon it and see, how that situation will unfold in 2023. And I will open the floor up to any spirits, spirit guides, ancestors, past loved ones, deities, whoever who wants to come through and give you advice or messages for your journey. And I only open up to spirits of love and light. So it's a huge offering, and it's only available till the end of January. So go get it now. Okay. This is the best time to get it. And I also have my spiritual life coaching sessions and my goddess energy intention oil on my website as well. So check it out. All right. Bye-bye.